Good morning, children. Welcome back to our maths class. In the previous class, we had learned what is prime factorization method as well as what is prime factor. A factor of a given number is called a prime factor if this factor is a prime number. We had learned yesterday. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are the numbers which has only two factors, that is 1 and itself. And a factor of a given number is called a prime factor if this factor is a prime number. Now, in today's class, we shall learn HCF, highest common factor. There are two methods for finding out HCF of the numbers. One is method 1, prime factorization, and second method, division method. Highest common factor. Highest common factor, the greatest number which is a common factor of two or more given numbers is called their highest common factor. The greatest number which is a common factor of two or more given numbers is called highest common factor. That means we already learned how to find out the factors. So among these factors, the greatest number which is a common factor of 2 or 3 or more than that numbers is called highest common factor, and it has highest common factor HCF, and one more name is the greatest common divisor, greatest common divisor GCD, or it also known as greatest common measure GCM. So HCF is known as in the another name GCD and GCM. Now there are two methods for finding out HCF, that is prime factorization method and division method. Prime factorization method and division method, and here we shall learn first the prime factorization method. Let us take one example. HCF of 144 and 198. There are two numbers given here, that is 144 and 198. We know already the prime factorization method. The method that we find out the prime factors of the given number is known as prime factorization method. So normally factorization method we use here. We can separate each digit, each number we can separate, find out the prime factors, or together also we can do. First see how it is done separately. First 144. So the least prime number is 2. The least prime number is 2 here, and we have divided 144 with 2 by 2, then we get 7 2s are 14 and 2 2s are 4. So 72 we get, and 72 again divisible by 2, and then we get 36. 3 2s are 6, 1 remaining 12, then 6 2s are 12. 36 is still divisible by 2. Then we get 18, 18 again by 2, then we get 9. 9 is not divisible by 2. So we take the next prime number, that is 3. 3 3s are 9, then we get again 3, then divide 1. 1 3s are 3. So we get the prime factors of the 144 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So 4 times 2, that is 2 raised to the power 4, and 2 times we have 3, so 3 raised to the power 2. So prime factors of 144 are 2 raised to the power 4 into 3 raised to the power 2. Same way 198. It is divisible by 2. The least prime number is 2, and then by 3, then again by 3, then 11. Go through this example very clearly, and if understand now the factors, prime factors of the 198, 2 into 3 into 3 into 11, and 2 into 3 2 times, so 3 raised to the power 2 into 11. And now we have to find out the highest common factor. Highest common factor. In among factors of 144 and 198, we have two common, only once. Because in 198, 2 is only one time. So we can take common factor as 2 one time. But 3, there are 2 times. In 144 also there are 2 times, and here also we have 2 times, we can take 2 square. That is the only common factor in both the So the common factor, highest common factor of 144 and 198 will be 2 into 3 raised to the power 2, that is equal to 18. And we can use this method also, prime factorization method only. It's not necessary that we should do separate, find out the prime factors. We can do it together. Then 144 and 198 together divisible by 2. Then we get 72 and 99. Then we get, we cannot do it with 2 again. It is both numbers are divisible by 3. Those 72 is divisible by 2. 72 is divisible by 2. We cannot take 2 here because we have one more number here, that is 99. 99 is not divisible by 2. So we have to look for the next prime number with which we can divide both the given numbers, 72 and 99, that is 3. So we took 3 and then we get 24 and 33. Both numbers are still divisible by 3. We get 8 and 11. When we get 8 and 11, we have no common divisor here. 2, we cannot divide 11. 3, both numbers are not divisible. 4, no. So if you check all the other prime numbers, no, we cannot do. So that's why we stop here. 8 and 11, we stop there. And we get the prime factors 2 into 3 into 3. That is 2 into 3 raised to the power 2. That's equal to 18. I hope it is clear to you. Kindly go through the example, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now we shall see the division method. We shall see the division method. Suppose 2 numbers are given, but we have to divide the greater number by the smaller one. Divide the greater number by the smaller number. Imagine we have 2 numbers given to find out the HCF. If it is small number like 2 digit or 3 digit, and if it is divisible, it is possible to use prime factorization, okay. But if bigger numbers are given, it is not easy to use prime factorization method. It is a long process. So better to use division method. Here divide the greater number, the bigger number, by the smaller one. Next divide the divisor by the remainder. After that divide the divisor by the remainder. I hope it is clear to you. Divide the greater number by the smaller one. Then divide the divisor by the remainder. Go on repeating the process of dividing the preceding divisor by the remainder, last obtained till the remainder 0 is obtained. Then the last divisor is the required HCF of the given numbers. Once again I will tell you. Divide the greater number by the smaller one. Then divide the divisor by the remainder. Go on repeating this process till we get the remainder 0. And the last divisor is the required HCF of the given numbers. We shall take one example. 161 and 345. 161 and 345. We have here, the greater number here is 345. So we have to divide 345 by 161. And dividend is 345 because that is the greatest number, and the smaller number is 161, so it became the divisor. So we can divide this number by 2 only. So by 2 if we divide, we get 322. 322, and when we subtract 322 from 345, we get 23. So here 23 become the divisor again. That means the remainder. 23 is the remainder here, and this 23, the remainder become the divisor, and the divisor will become the dividend. What was the divisor? 161. 161 was the divisor first, and that will become the dividend here again. So it is possible by 7. 7 into 23 we get 161, and the remainder will be 0. So we can say the HCF of 161 and 345 will be 23, the last divisor. I hope it is clear to you. And if we have 3 or 4 numbers or more than that to find out HCF, the same method we can use. First take the first 2 given numbers. Here we have one example, 136, 170 and 255. The first 2 numbers are 136 and 170. So the greatest number is 170 here. So 170 will become the dividend and 136 will become the divisor. And it is possible by 1 into 136 is 136. When we subtract from 170, 136, we get the remainder 34. And 34 will become the divisor here. And the first divisor will become the dividend, and it is possible by 4 times. We get again 136 and the remainder 0. And now here the HCF of 136 and 170 we got, that is 34. That is 34. Now we have 34, the HCF of the first two numbers, and 255. Don't forget about the third number. Sometimes we think that we found the answer and we stop it there. But we have one more number there, that is 255. So now we have the HCF 34 and the 255. Among this we have the greatest number is 255 as the dividend and 34 as the divisor. It is possible by 7 times. 7 into 34, it is 238, and 17 will be the remainder, and that will become the divisor, and 34 will become the dividend, and 2 times 2 into 17, 34, and the remainder 0. So the last divisor, that is 17, will be the HCF of 136, 170 and 225. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.